Ladies and gentlemen, hang tight. We're going to get ready for the 420 radio drug test. We're getting our teams set up right now. Diane Goldstein will be the leader of Team Sativa, and is, let's see, Sabrina Fendrick? Is she going to be the leader of Team Indica? Or is it Rebecca? No, she's doing it. Rebecca?
Rebecca's doing it.
Okay, Rebecca Forbes will be the leader of Team Indica. If we could have you up here in the front seats. Okay. Timmy, you want to join Team Sativa with Diane there? We're looking for 2 other contestants in the drug war drug test. All right, come on in. Come on. We'll have Sabrina Fendrick be Team Indica. Yep.
Oh, no. Okay, well, they're fine. Rebecca will take it all.
Rebecca's on your side too.
Rebecca wants it.
Sabrina, you can be with Rebecca too.
Anybody else want to be?
We need 2 more contestants for the drug test.
Come on, you want to do it? We got another one.
All right, Team Sativa with Rebecca there. And then one more with Sabrina's. One more for the drug test.
Okay, how many people on a team? 3. Oh, 3. We need one more person who can't come over. Anybody else want to play? Okay, we need one more person.
One more player for the drug test. All right, we have our contestants.
See, I thought we only have 2 people on a team.
All right. What's that?
See, I don't know what he said about cannabis stuff. Okay, I'll find it. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about the science. Yeah. Yeah, you would be both.
And I'm willing to be in conversation with other people to talk about, to learn from them as are other people.
The oral drug test. I'm not so Yeah, we need a Jeopardy buzzer.
All right, everybody, it's time for your favorite drug test, the 420radio.org oral drug test. I'm your host, Jive Turkendale. We have 2 fabulous teams of 3 here competing in knowledge skills for the drug war. We have Team Sativa, led by Diane Goldstein of LEAP. And we have Team Indica with Sabrina Fendrick of Normal Women's Alliance. Let's take a look at the rules. 2 teams of 3 will answer questions in 6 categories concerning marijuana. Each team member will pick a category and a weight of question from the 3 pounds of marijuana I have sitting here behind the stage. Questions that are worth an 1/8 ounce are true-false questions. Questions that are a 1/4 or a 1/2 ounce are multiple choice. A question that is worth an ounce, you have to give me the answer. 2 ounces is a list question, and 4 ounces is a stumper. You must answer in the form of an answer. This is not Jeopardy. I don't want to be sued. The correct answer wins the weight of marijuana, keeps control of the board, but the next team member has to get the next question. This prevents the experts from dominating all the questions. An incorrect answer gives the other team a chance to answer and steal the board. But if both teams miss the question, the man steals the weight, and the original team controls the board. You're competing not against just your other team, but also the man. Kind of like real life. Now, to make this a little easier, we have some lifelines for Team Indica and Team Sativa. 3 lifelines. One is entitled Ask the Audience. If you think you're stumped on a question, you can turn and ask the audience. They can shout out the answer. A team answer means you can turn to the other 2 members of your team and ask them for help. And Stump the Chumps means you pass the question to the other team, but the entire other team gets the chance to answer it. The winning team keeps the weight of the marijuana, and what's this? Oh no, I'm sorry, I've been informed marijuana is illegal in Georgia, and we will not be able to give you any of the 3 pounds of it. I'm so sorry. But we have some lovely gifts here for our grand prize winners, so we will have those for you. And parting gifts for everyone who's played. Losing teams forfeit your marijuana, but you get your lovely parting gifts. Take your vitamins, drink lots of water. It's time for your oral drug test. We'll start with Team Sativa, and that will be Diane. You'll be the first person up to answer questions. If you will approach the mic, please.
Just in case I may want it. You never know.
You have categories of Sensimilia Science, Hemp History, Cannabis Culture, Herbal Health, Sativa Celebrities, and Potpourri. Choose your weight.
Hemp history for 4 ounces.
Hemp History for 4 ounces.
Go big or go home.
4 states have put a statewide marijuana legalization initiative on the ballot twice and lost. Name all 4 of them.
California, Oregon, Colorado lost once. What's the 4th one? Arkansas.
Oh, I'm sorry, that is not correct. The other team gets a chance to steal. Sabrina Fender, please approach the mic with your chance to steal. Well, you picked a quarter pound.
California, Oregon, Colorado.
Oh, I'm sorry, the man takes that one. California, Alaska, Nevada, and Oregon. California, Alaska, Nevada, and Oregon. Unfortunately, that question then goes to the man. Let's switch there. The man picks up a quarter pound, now in the lead with 4 ounces. The board still rides with Team Sativa. Next player. And tell the audience your name and why you're here. On the mic here. On the mic. That's why we have microphones.
My name is Tim Trout. I work with Peachtree Normal and Project 420 here in Atlanta.
All right, and check your category and your weight.
Let's go with Sensimilia Science for a ½ ounce.
½ ounce in Sensimilia Science. Place these substances in order from the most to the least harmful DEA drug schedule: steroids, alcohol, marijuana, methamphetamine.
CDAB.
CDAB is correct. Marijuana is Schedule 1, meth is Schedule 2, steroids are Schedule 3, alcohol is unscheduled. That means you have won 1/2 ounce. Your next player may come up. Next player, and introduce yourself.
I'm Kim, I'm with TN Normal, and I'm here because I can't take this crap anymore.
Tennessee Normal in the house. Pick your category and weight.
Let me get Sensimilia Science for a quarter ounce.
Quarter ounce in Sensimilia Science. According to the National Institutes of Drug Abuse, which of these substances is the most likely to lead to dependence? Tobacco, alcohol, or cannabis?
A.
A, tobacco is correct. 32% of the people who try tobacco will become dependent. 15% for alcohol, 9% for cannabis. You win the quarter ounce, and we move again to Diane.
Let's go to Sativa Celebs for a ½ ounce.
Half
I'll
ounce.
go a little lighter this
In
time.
Sativa Celebs, which one of these pop divas has not recently advocated for marijuana? Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Rihanna, or Melissa Etheridge? Team answer. If you're going to take the team answer, let me have that. You're going to go with the team answer. Team may chime in.
I'd say definitely A. I'm gonna go with A.
Your answer?
Oh, she just said. I'm going to go with B, Katy Perry.
The answer is right. B, Katy Perry. Lady Gaga and Rihanna are well known for smoking on stage and off, while Melissa Etheridge is a high-profile supporter of medical use of marijuana. That Sativa wins ½ ounce, 1 1/4 ounces for Sativa. Tim, you're up next.
I will go with Sinsemia Science for 1 ounce.
1 ounce in the science. According to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, what percentage of voting age American adults use marijuana monthly? And give me an integer plus or minus 1%.
I'm going to stump the chumps on this one.
Stump the chumps. We are going to stump the chumps. The entire Indica team may collaborate to come up with an answer for this question. Ten seconds, Bob.
26%.
26%. Ooh, monthly marijuana use, unfortunately. Whoops, wrong answer. Let's go back where we were. Sorry. Where were we?
Science for 1 ounce.
Science for an ounce, thank you. All right, integer with 1%. I'm sorry, it is 6.9% of American adults use marijuana. 6, 7, or 8% would do. That means the quarter or the ounce goes to Team Sativa. All right, Team Sativa still controls the board. Next player.
Let me get Herbal Health for a half ounce.
Herbal Health for a half ounce. In which of these states can you not legally use cannabis for post-traumatic stress disorder? California, Oregon, Delaware, or New Mexico?
Let me go with, I would say probably Delaware.
Oh, chance to steal for Team Indica. Who's our next player? Come on up, introduce yourself to the mic. Let people know who you are.
I'm Ben Kinsweger. I'm with Students for Sensible Drug Policy from University of Georgia.
All right, your guess on the state?
New Mexico?
Oh, I'm sorry. You'll be surprised to hear this. Oregon. Oregon is the state does not have PTSD. New Mexico was the first to explicitly list PTSD. California, of course, has that for any other illness, and so you can get it for that. And Delaware, one of the new medical marijuana states, does list PTSD. That's another half ounce for the man. But Sativa still controls the board. Next player.
How about potpourri for a half ounce?
Half ounce in potpourri. Place these countries in order from largest prison population to smallest. India, United States, Russia, and China.
United States,
In order, all of them.
China, Russia, India.
That's right. United States, China, Russia, and India. The United States not only has the largest per capita prison population, but the largest overall prison population. With 2.3 million people behind bars, China has 1.6 million. They've got 1.2 billion people. But that half ounce goes to Team Sativa, who has the board. Next player.
Let me go cannabis culture for a half ounce.
Half ounce in culture. Place these 4 marijuana reform organizations in order of their creation. Marijuana Policy Project, National Cannabis Industries Association, NORML, and Americans for Safe Access.
I'm going to say CADB.
That's correct. CADB, NORML 1971, MPP 1994, ASA 2002, NCIA 2010, half ounce in cannabis culture. Team Sativa still controls the board.
Come on, Kim. I'm trying to figure out which one we go with. Let me get potpourri for a quarter ounce.
Quarter ounce in potpourri. Place these poll questions in order of greatest public support to least. Marijuana legalization, medical marijuana, marijuana decriminalization.
BCA?
BCA is correct. Medical gets 80% support, decrim 72, legalization 50%. That's a quarter ounce of Sativa for Sativa, and you still own the board.
Man, I really screwed that up.
Diane, you're up.
Let's go with hemp history for a quarter ounce.
Hemp history, quarter ounce. Following the Schaefer Commission report of 1972, this state was the first to pass a statewide marijuana decrim initiative. Was it California, New York, or Oregon?
California.
Ooh, sorry, chance to steal. Next player, Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Forbes, Carolina Cannabis Coalition. Let's see here. I remember what the Schaefer report was about. I'm going to say C, Oregon.
That is correct. Oregon passed the first marijuana decriminalization in 1973. That's Team Indica finally making the board with a quarter ounce. You have control. Sabrina, you're up.
I'm gonna go with hemp history swag.
Hemp history swag. The swag questions are questions so easy that if you miss it, we should laugh at her. Which state's residents were the first to legally smoke marijuana? The first to legally smoke marijuana recreationally? Colorado or Washington?
Which state first to legally smoke marijuana? Are you counting election day or are you counting January 6th? Then I would say Washington.
That is correct. Washington's legalization went into effect in December. Colorado's was signed a few days later. That's some swag for Team Indica. Next player.
I'll go cannabis culture for swag as well.
Swag and culture. True or false? 420 comes from the California Highway Patrol Code for a marijuana arrest in progress.
Oh my God, this is such a debated thing for where this came from. I say false.
It is false. 420 evolved from a group of students in San Rafael, California called the Waldos, who met after extracurriculars near a statue to smoke pot at 4:20 p.m. That's swag for Team Indica. You're up next, Rebecca.
I'm going to go with herbal health swag.
Herbal health for swag. True or false? Smoking too much marijuana can cause a fatal overdose.
False.
That is false. Marijuana is non-toxic to healthy cells and organs. You still own the board, Indica. Sabrina, you're up.
Sativa celeb swag.
Sativa celebs for swag. True or false? Willie Nelson once smoked a joint on the roof of the White House.
True.
That is true. During the Carter presidency in September of 1980 with Carter's son Chip. They're cleaning up the swag here.
We'll keep that going with the science one for swag.
Science swag. True or false? Industrial hemp and medical marijuana are both forms of cannabis.
True.
That is true. Hemp is just cannabis with very low THC content cultivated for fiber and seeds instead of flower buds.
Yeah, that was very swaggy.
Very swaggy question. And you're still up. You still control the board.
Okay, potpourri swag.
Potpourri swag. True or false? The dude abides.
True.
That is true. The dude does abide.
Hemp history in 8th.
Hemp history for an 8th. Which happened first? The discovery of THC or the presidency of Richard Nixon?
Discovery of THC.
That's right. THC was discovered in 1964. Nixon was first elected in 1968. And let me get out of that. You have the board.
Cannabis culture for an 8th.
Cannabis culture for an 8th. Which population is greater? People in Texas or voting age adults in America who smoked pot last year?
People in Texas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Chance to steal.
Whose turn is it? Your turn. Yeah, because I have the wrong question.
Then I'd say voting age adults.
That's right. There are 26.1 million people who smoked pot last year. There are 26 million people in Texas. That's a steal for Sativa. You have the board.
Let me go for sativa celebs for an 8th.
Sativa celebs for an 8th. Which one is older? Cheech or Chong?
That's like a hard question.
That is a hard question.
Tommy Chong.
You're correct. Tommy Chong was born in 1938, 1 year after marijuana prohibition passed nationally. Cheech Marin is 9 years younger. You win the 8th for Team Sativa. You have the board.
Potpourri for an 1/8 of an ounce.
Potpourri for an 8th. True or false? African Americans are more likely to smoke pot than Caucasians.
False.
That is false. 53.7% of white people have never smoked pot, while 59.6% of black people have never smoked pot. However, black people are 4 to 7 times more likely to be arrested for smoking pot. You still have the board.
I'll take Sinsemia Science for an 1/8 of an ounce.
Sinsemia Science for an 8th. True or false? Holding your marijuana hits for longer than 5 seconds reduces harm because you'll get higher with less smoking.
False.
That is false. Nearly all THC is absorbed by the lungs within the first 3 seconds of inhalation. Holding hits longer just increases the amount of smoke absorbed by the lungs. Sativa, where'd they go? Whoops. Oh no, it's all gone to hell. All right, you have, I know what I'm doing. There we go. All right, you have the board.
All right, let me take herbal health for an 8th.
Herbal health for an 8th. True or false? Over 90% of patients registering for medical marijuana are only getting it for pain.
False.
That is false. Drug warriors who say so fail to tell you that patients can qualify for more than one condition and that pain is a symptom of almost all the qualifying conditions. So yes, you win that for sativa.
Sativa celebs for an 8th? Is that, oh no, there's not available. So let's go with sativa celebs for a quarter.
For a quarter. Put these famous celebrity pot smoking incidents in chronological order. Miley Cyrus's Bob Marley birthday cake, Michael Phelps' bong smoking photo, and Fiona Apple's Texas tour bus bust.
B, C, A.
Oh, I do not think so. We have a chance to seal.
BAC.
That's right, BAC. Phelps in 2009, Miley Cyrus 2010, Fiona Apple 2012. That's a steal for Indica, who now has the board.
Cannabis culture for a quarter.
Cannabis culture for a quarter. 44% of teens know someone who sells drugs at school. The availability of marijuana from these teen dealers is 71%, 81%, or 91%.
Can I look at my team?
You have a team answer?
Oh.
Lifeline?
One of those. You want to use that one?
Team answer, all right, just hand it to me.
Give it to him. Give it to him. And go sorry. Sorry. Go back to the mic because you're still up.
C?
The answer is C. According to a recent CASA survey, compared to 6% of high school drug dealers selling cigarettes and only 1% of high school drug dealers selling alcohol. That's a quarter ounce for Team Indica.
Okay. Herbal health for a quarter ounce.
Quarter ounce in herbal health. According to the U.S. federal government, which of the following is not a medicine? Cocaine, meth, or marijuana?
B, methamphetamine.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have a chance to steal.
Oh my God. I would figure it'd be
Marijuana.
That is correct. Marijuana is in Schedule 1 with no recognized medical value in the U.S., while cocaine and meth are in Schedule 2. They are actually prescribable for certain uses by doctors. That's a steal for Team Sativa. You have the board.
Hey, we're being the lead, or are we close?
You're almost there. Need another quarter.
I can't see that far.
Let me go with hemp history for a half ounce.
Hemp history for a half ounce. Place these events in American history in the order in which they occurred. The first hemp plantation, the first state to prohibit marijuana, federal marijuana prohibition, and the first commercially available medical cannabis tinctures.
ADBC.
That is correct, ADBC. Hemp was planted in the Jamestown colony in 1611. Medical cannabis tinctures were brought back by Dr. O'Shaughnessy in the 1840s. California banned marijuana in 1913, 100 years ago, and federal prohibition, 1937. That's a half ounce for Team Sativa. Oh, go back. What I want here. Yes, we know. There we go, Team Sativa, who has now passed up the man. You now have 4 7/8 ounces.
What are the ounce questions again? Like, what are the other?
An ounce question is a question you have to give the direct
Just
answer
direct
to.
answer, okay.
Yeah.
Let me do potpourri.
Potpourri for an ounce. Oh, you've reached puff puff pass. It's time for us to get another player from the other team. Pick a member from the other team.
Okay.
Who's up next?
Oh man.
Who's up next on Team Indica? Who would be up next? All right, come on up. In Puff Puff Pass, each contestant must take turns naming a pot-themed movie without repeating one until one contestant cannot answer one in 3 seconds, starting with Team Indica. Go.
Grandma's boy.
Grandma's boy.
Pineapple Express. Half baked.
Oh,
The dude doesn't buy it.
yes. Let me get back to your question here. Where was it? There it is. All right, so here are some of the possible answers. Cheech and Chong, Harold and Kumar, Half Baked, Days and Confused, Reefer Madness, Super High Me, Big Lebowski, Pineapple Express, Super Troopers, Friday, Last Time at Ridgemont High, Easy Rider, How High, Grandma's Boy, Rolling Kansas, and about 20 more that I'm sure Steve Bloom could name and I wouldn't know. So, you are the winners of our Puff Puff Pass for our Sativa team. You still have the board.
Goodness gracious. Let's go with hemp history for 1 ounce.
Hemp history for an ounce. Only one state has ever rejected a medical marijuana initiative at the ballot twice. Name it. Ask the audience.
California.
Rejected medical marijuana twice.
Anybody else?
Alabama, maybe? I don't know. Never had it on the ballot.
Only one state has ever rejected a medical marijuana initiative at the ballot twice. Okay, so it's not just stumping me, it's stumping the audience as well. So I won't feel stupid. I'm gonna go with California.
Okay, California is not the answer. Chance to steal.
Where do you go with North Dakota?
Ooh, North Dakota is not correct. So close. It is South Dakota. 2006 and 2010 rejected medical marijuana. In 2006, rejected it with a 48% vote. In 2010, rejected it with a 36% vote. That one goes to the man, but Sativa still controls the board.
Okay, it's your turn. Well, I'm glad I wasn't just stupid.
Let me do Sinsemia Science for 2 ounces.
2 ounces in Sinsemia Science. Marijuana is classified by the DEA as a Schedule I controlled substance. Name 4 others.
LSD. Heroin. Oh, jeez.
Oh, time. Chance to steal.
I don't know. I can give it a shot, I guess.
Do you have any, you have lifelines too.
Okay. LSD, heroin, PCP, and let's see, what would I not want to do?
Try to remember last weekend. If you
Yeah. LSD, heroin, PCP. No, that one's not in there.
Yeah, the whole team gets a chance to steal. So you guys
MDMA?
can- What's that?
MDMA?
MDMA. That's right. LSD, heroin, PCP, peyote, quaaludes, ecstasy, which is MDMA, DMT, ibogaine, mescaline, psilocybin mushrooms, and GHB roofies are all Schedule I drugs. That's 2 ounces for Team Indica. At 3 5/8, you have the board.
Oh, God. I'm gonna mess this one up. I was thinking about GW Pharmaceuticals. They make marijuana medicine. But, okay, go ahead. Let's do herbal health for 1 ounce.
Ounce in herbal health. Marijuana is able to get us high and treat certain conditions because we have an internal signaling system throughout our bodies and organs which is activated by marijuana's compounds, which is called...
The endocannabinoid system.
That is correct, the endocannabinoid system. That's an ounce for Team Indica.
Sativa celebs for an ounce.
Sativa celebs for an ounce. This daily pot smoker was a genius. He was literally a rocket scientist and was tasked with creating a message in a bottle to tell alien civilizations about the human race and Earth. Name him.
Carl Sagan.
That's right, Dr. Carl Sagan, the host of the PBS series Cosmos and author of numerous books, who organized the Message in a Bottle project for the Voyager space program. Because when you want to talk to aliens, you ask the pot smoker. That's another ounce for Team Indica, which now has beaten the man.
All
And is
right.
catching up with Team Sativa.
Cannabis culture for 1 ounce?
Ounce in culture. This man successfully sued the federal government to use marijuana for medical purposes, arguing that without it, he'd go blind from glaucoma. Name him.
You can't tell him.
Last week was your thing.
Did we ask that?
Guess what? Yeah, let's ask the
We're
audience.
good for that one. To be asked. Randall.
That's right, Robert Randall, the first federal medical marijuana patient, winning his necessity suit led to the Compassionate Investigative New Drug Program that still supplies federal medical marijuana to 4 living patients. Yep. And LV, my friend back in Oregon. All right, Team Indica is now in the lead and has the board.
Herbal health for 2 ounces.
Herbal health, 2 ounces. Most medical marijuana states have a list of qualifying conditions in order to get a card that includes 8 standard elements. Name 6 conditions that would qualify in a majority of the medical marijuana states.
Okay, I'm gonna take a shot at this. PTSD, cancer, multiple sclerosis, neuropathic pain, and can I use something?
You may.
Let me think just a second. Tumors. Am I right?
One more shot. That's 5, you think.
That's 5. I'm gonna use this one.
All right. They're going to stump the chump. So now the entire team may collaborate trying to come up with 6 conditions that a majority of medical marijuana states would accept. By the way, folks, while we're waiting, this entire game show is an Excel spreadsheet. Anyone who wants a copy of it, you can change the questions. It's all point and click and goes right to the thing and keeps track for you. So,
AIDS, PTSD, cancer, glaucoma, IBS, migraines.
all right.
And diabetes.
That is wrong. Cancer, AIDS, cachexia, spasticity, seizures, chronic nausea, severe pain, or glaucoma. You did stump the chump, so they had to try to do it. So you did stump the chump, so you won the question for Team Indica. PTSD is only counted in 3 states, so that's not a majority of the states. Team Indica, you have the board.
Stress. Pressure's on you, Sabrina.
Sativa celebs, 2 ounces.
2 ounces in celebs. There is evidence to prove at least 8 U.S. presidents have smoked marijuana or hashish. Name 4.
Obama, Clinton, Bush. Well, smoked. Okay, Clinton, Obama, Clinton, Bush. Carter.
Oh, chance to steal. Team Sativa can collaborate. All right, time running out. I forgot the sound effect for the Of course, Merv Griffin would probably sue me for that, so I don't know what he'd get, but
If they get it wrong, can we go again?
no, because you already tried. You had the question.
There's smoke. Okay, so we'll throw out potentially. Carter, Obama, Clinton, Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, I'm sorry, the man takes this one. Barack Obama, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, John F. Kennedy smoked for his back pain. And during the Mexican Wars, Presidents Monroe, Jackson, Taylor, and Pierce were known to smoke marijuana with their troops. That's 2 ounces for the man who's now beating Team Sativa. Indica, you have the board.
Hemp history for 2 ounces?
2 ounces in hemp history. Name at least half of the medical marijuana states.
Okay. California, Washington, Oregon, Colorado, Michigan, New Jersey, Alaska, Hawaii, Massachusetts.
That will do. That's 9 of them. California, Oregon, Washington, Alaska, Hawaii, Montana, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Michigan, Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Delaware, and D.C., comprising 1/3 of the United States population. That's 2 ounces for Team Indica, 10 5/8 ounces.
I'm gonna take a tough one and go herbal health for the 4 ounces.
4 ounces in herbal health. Name the man who discovered Delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol.
Dr. Ralph Bashulam.
Dr. Raphael Meshulam, 4 ounces for Team Indica. You have the board.
Cannabis culture, 2 ounces.
2 ounces in culture. Oh, it's a puff pass. We need a contestant from the other team. Each contestant must take turns naming a synonym for marijuana, general, not varieties, without repeating one until one contestant cannot answer in 3 seconds. Go.
Ganja.
Green.
Weed.
Bud.
Pot.
Perp. That's
Perp is a variety. There we go. Team Indica takes that one. Here's some others. Doobie, Devil's Lettuce, Sticky Icky, Jive, Muggles. Muggles, by the way, before Harry Potter fans ever heard of Muggles, that was a 1930s jazz term for marijuana. So this one goes to Team Indica, and you have the board.
That's okay. That's okay.
Celebs for 4 ounces?
Celebs for 4 ounces. He was the first American arrested
that's
for marijuana
potpourri.
possession under federal prohibition.
That's potpourri.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bad host. Celebs, did you say?
Yeah, celebs.
Celebs, 4 ounces. This 5-time NFL Pro Bowler won 2 Super Bowls with the Cowboys in the 1990s before becoming the president of Texas Normal in the 2000s.
I know nothing about football. Do we have? Oh, we used all of our things, didn't we? With the Cowboys, so I don't know.
All right, chance to steal.
Couldn't even think of one Cowboy play in all of history.
Michael Irvin. No, Michael Irvin became the president of Texas Cocaine. No, that was Mark Stepnoski. He was a guard for the Cowboys, and his high school actually revoked his athletic hall of fame for the high school because he supported marijuana legalization. That's 4 ounces for the man. And Indica, or no, Sativa has the board. Or does Indica have the board? Indica.
Okay, potpourri for 2 ounces.
2 ounces in potpourri. There are 11 states that decriminalized adult marijuana possession in the 1970s. Name 5.
Ooh. Maine. New Hampshire. Oregon. Alaska. I don't know another one. I'm gonna guess California.
Oh, chance to steal for Team Sativa. All right, we'll need an answer.
Everything she said in Delaware.
Everything she said. No, I'm afraid not. The states that decrimmed in the 1970s included Oregon, California, Alaska, Nebraska, Minnesota, Mississippi, North Carolina, New York, Ohio, Maine, and Colorado. That's more weed for the man.
I was smoking pot in high school.
Yeah, I would have had it.
Cannabis culture, 4 ounces.
Culture for 4 ounces. Name the West Coast marijuana legalization organization that funded itself through sales of rolling papers before merging with NORML. Don't worry, I won't show this to Keith.
Lamar.
Lamar is not correct. We have a chance to steal. Although Lamar was one of the first marijuana legalization organizations, they didn't sell the rolling papers.
Mr. Statistics, and you're asking that?
But it's the other one, but I thought the other one was more. I can see the package, but I can't remember the name.
Diane was rolling with those papers.
It was
5 seconds, Bob.
Blame it on the short-term memory loss.
He's too young. Why are you still?
Does the name Amorphia ring a bell? There we go, Amorphia. That's the early West Coast marijuana legalization organization that merged with NORML in 1971, I think it was. That's 4 ounces for the man, who is now in the lead. Team Indica has the board.
Come on, you just gotta win now.
2 questions left.
We can't lose to the
Both of those are scary. Science.
Science for 4 ounces. Who is the researcher who discovered after years of research no link between marijuana smoking and lung cancer and some suggestion of a protective effect as reported by the Washington Post in 2006?
God. I might be able to name the place he did it at, but not his name. I don't know.
Oh, chance to steal.
No, it's your turn. I keep failing.
Tashkin.
Dr. Donald Tashkin, that is right. That's for sativa, 4 ounces for sativa, and you have the board. And the last question, potpourri for 4 ounces.
Don't let the man win.
You try not to.
Oh, he's going to unless we lose it deliberately and give the question.
He was the first American arrested for marijuana possession under federal prohibition. Name
We're
him.
gonna have to, because I have no idea.
All right, Team Indica, first American arrested for marijuana possession under federal prohibition.
He won't let me cheat. He's going to give me the answer.
What if we can name his first name and why he was arrested?
Well, we gotta keep it out of the hands of the man. We're willing to sacrifice here.
It's Marijuana Tax Act, remember?
Yeah.
That's not it. That's not it. We know it's Thomas, we think, because we don't know the last name.
I'm sorry, time is up. It was Samuel L. Caldwell, busted for 2 joints in 1937, sentenced to 5 years hard labor, died of stomach cancer in Leavenworth. That goes to the man, and unfortunately, the man wins with 21.5 ounces, 16 5/8 for indica, 9 7/8 for sativa. Let's give them all a big hand. Now for Team Indica, we have the second place finishing prizes. You get these fantastic t-shirt and box combinations, so here you go. If those shirts aren't the right size, visit the shirt vendors and they'll trade them out for one that's the right size. And for Team Sativa, you get $420. Actually, all players get a $420. Give everyone a big hand here for the 420 Radio Drug Test, folks. This is the first time we've ever done one of these. I think it went better than I could have expected. Thank you for joining us. I'm Russ Belville. Enjoy your lunch.